Many spiritual people and many people in our culture love the idea of manifesting. Simply think about what you want over and over again, believe that you already have it, and it will magically appear in your life. Now, if you're like me, and like a lot of people, you may have tried this, and then over time, maybe a few things came your way, maybe a few things didn't, and you didn't really believe it. I wanted to take the opportunity now to explain a huge part of this phenomenon that people don't talk about. Let me first start off saying that the power of manifestation is real. What most spiritual teachers or people advocating for manifestation don't tell you is that the ability to manifest is something that emerges as one expands their consciousness, specifically as one shifts away from the identification of the ego as the self, which is often the being that thinks that things outside itself are going to make it happy, to more of the awareness and ultimately to consciousness itself. There's a point in time in your journey where you realize that everything that you see is created by consciousness and you are consciousness, and therefore your ability to impact or manifest consciousness becomes a very real thing. So what does this mean? It means, in my opinion, instead of working on thinking about things that you don't have that you want that will make you happy, it is actually a much better use of time to work on your consciousness. Now, the process of your working on your consciousness is one of removing the impediments to understanding or realizing that which you already are. So all of the patterns, suppressed emotions, conditioning, thought forms that have been imbued upon you on this lifetime are actually blocking the understanding that you are an expression of consciousness. You are consciousness. And it is only with that recognition that the power of manifestation really becomes much more consistent and reliable. The paradox or irony of it is with that recognition, there also comes much less of a desire to get all of these things because you realize that you are all of it. And so the needing of nice cars and houses and jobs and relationships and all of that, there's an internal peace that replaces all of that grasping. And so the whole manifestation concept may or may not be something that you even really care a whole lot about pursuing. And so this to me is the conversation on manifesting. Like most pieces of advice out there today, everyone is just giving advice from their subjective level of consciousness. And so all of these spiritual teachers who are talking about manifesting, talking about trying to get things to make their lives better, they are probably identifying with a level of consciousness that thinks that that will ultimately provide everlasting love, peace, and joy, which I've come to learn that it is not the things of the outside world that will provide that, but actually the inside transformation and shift in identification. And so as you try to sort through all of this advice out there, I think it's important to understand and know, and I'll link to more about this below, that there is a consistent trajectory of the expansion of consciousness, and that all of these different people that are giving advice are simply expressing their own point of view based on where they are on that continuum. So I hope that you found this helpful. I hope that it encourages you to do the work on your consciousness, because that's really what's going to make you satisfied and fulfilled and joyous, which is ultimately what we all want. If you like this video and want more on this topic and others, I encourage you to subscribe. I also write a newsletter on Substack. You can just Google my name or go to the link below to subscribe to that and stay up to date on videos, long form posts. And I am grateful for all of you humans. Lots of love. We'll see you on the next video.